Hello and welcome to Baby Steps in Create Studio 3 Part 4, and what I want to do is I want to talk about the text box in more detail. So we're going to in depth on the text box, right? So I'll just do a new project first, and we're on Create Studio version 3.4.0, and I've just clicked the new project, and you can see over on this side where this is all the studio here, because that rocket is in white and all the others are in grey. Right now, that you can pull that across and you get a text box, or you can click the plus button up here or the addition button and you can pull the text from there as well, or well, you just click it. Actually, you can do that. Right, so those are the ways you can do a text box. We only want one at the moment, and all you do is you click on it while you're on it with your cursor, and then you just can change it to whatever you want. So hello everyone. Right, at the moment I haven't got word wrap on, so if I carry on typing, it'll go off the screen and everything, right? But if I do word wrap, right, it'll put them little pieces on there to make sure that it goes to the neckline, like that. So right, I'm going to do a lot because I need to do a lot just to show you a few things, and I've got a mistake there. I just need to cut that out. Okay, right, so there you go. Look, I put a capital there and I don't need that. Right, first of all, when you're on this, if you pull that down like that, right, there's the font. It gives you the idea of which font you got by. If you click on it, it brings up the fonts there. You can change it to whichever one you want. Let's try that one. There you go. Alright, so, and then this one is the alignment, whether it's aligned to the left, the right, or the middle. So if I go there, it's right. Go there, it's left. Click. All you do is just click on it with your left mouse button, and it'll change to whichever one you want. I usually prefer the middle one anyway. But if I put it in this corner here and I want it in the middle, all I have to do is click on that middle button there, right, and that just takes it to the middle. As you know already, I've already clicked on the word wrap, and that's what this does. It makes it like this. It puts these on the sides to keep that frame of that width, basically, and then every time you type, it'll keep on going down that way. Right, now you've got this right to left right in here, so like for languages like Arabic and things like that, you can go right to left instead of left to right. So I'll show you. There you go, like that. Right, so that's useful for anybody who speaks in those languages. So hopefully it'll be useful to you. Then we've got a colour button here. It gives you a few different options. It also says you can do radial as well as gradient. There's radial, there's gradient. So if you pick a colour like blue and you want it in radial, it should change them all to that. But unfortunately, you have to have them selected. Now go on them like this and select them like that. Then click on it and then do that like that. Right, so according to how you've got it on, you can move that thing and it'll go inside or outside according to what colours you got, right, like that. You can alter it accordingly to that, right. The problem is with that being in the way, it's a bit of a nuisance, that is, and you can do popular ones and you can save some favourites of what colours you want, and you should be able to click on one of these, but it doesn't do it very well on here. Like, you can change the colours, you can add extra pieces, but usually I try changing the colours like that, and then get that one like that. So you can get different colours on, but that's in the way there. I don't like that. I'd rather use the other thing. So if you go over here onto the settings and do it there, I'd rather do it on the settings when you get on the thing like that, because the colour there, it comes up here, so it's off there, so you can see what you're doing, and you can change it and whatever you want to do it. I'll add a yellow or something on that one, right? And you can change that colour to make it more or less, and then you can bring them in like that or out, right? And you don't have to just do that with the radial, you can change it to the gradient as well, like that. You can change it how you want, right? So that's the colour, and you've got, I'm just going to change that back to solid colour, blue I think, right? Maybe yellow actually, because it's lighter. And right, then the next one is the perspective tool. Right, so if you click on that and bring it up like that, you can make it look a different angle, different position like that. Anything you want, you know, according to what you need basically. And if you want it back to normal, you just put it back, or you can do that. And then if it's like that, it's not normal, is it? But if you want to do it, you can turn it on and then you move it like this, or you can do the undo button, right, to get it back. Just get them straight in line. That's all you need to do, or more or less, best you can. Right, that's what you do with that lot there. Now you got a lot more to do on the settings, which is what I've done this one for, because you got the fonts there. You can do the fonts, change fonts. You can change the weight if there is a change of weight for the font that you got. Now let's try Archival Black. That's only on regular. Let's try and find one which has got more. Let's try trying to find one that's a good one. Sounds. Let's try that one. That should have. Yeah, it's got a few. Look, so it changes to whichever sounds type you want. Bold italic, medium italic, and that. Right. So if you got the right one with the different kinds of weights to it, you can change that a lot. Then you can change the colour like I showed you already. I wanted to change that to light blue. That's better. Looks easier to see now, right? And then there's an alignment on here, so it aligns it to the left, middle, or right. I prefer the middle. Then you got your format, so whether it's all capitals, or small letters, or capitals and small letters. That's pretty useful for if you're doing YouTube, because you use the capitals on each word sometimes with YouTube. Now that's what I do it as well, you know. And you don't have font size, you have a scale for this one. So if you do scale, it brings your font bigger and makes your font smaller, right? So that's the way to make it bigger and smaller. And you got opacity, so it's 100% opacity, which means it's fully solid. If you get to around 50, that's halfway. So it's semi see-through. And I will show you by picking up a thing like that, a thumbs up, and I'll put that behind it, and you should be able to actually, let's get a better thing like Archival, right? That's it. And you can see if I put the weight up on this, I'm in the scale up, you can see the thumbs up inside the letters, right? So you can tell that's what the opacity does. It makes it, you can make it invisible as well, and then bring it up like that. Right, now let's take the scale down. Right, let's take that thumb off. Right, bring that down. Right, now we got, let's bring that down a bit more actually. Right, now we've got spacing. So it's spaces between each letter. right? So it spaces out the letters more and more according to what you need. Then you got your line height, which only works if you've got more than one line of text, because you won't be able to see it otherwise. And you can see, look, say like that, and there's your word wrap. So if that hadn't got word wrap, these wouldn't be there, and that'd be so long across there. And you got your ligatures. So if you've got any joined words, you can check it with them. You need to put that on for the ligatures. And then you got padding for the box size. So let's get the box size smaller first. So let's take the scale right down like that. Now padding, you'll see what padding does. It widens the box size there, and V padding makes it taller. Now that's your box size now, much bigger, right? If you don't want that and you want it straight to the size of the actual text, and you just do that, you can do it all the way down to it. And it's perfect on then, so that's pretty good, right? The next thing, we'll go down a bit further and go. I don't know what happened then. Right, you got properties. Now let's go on to the properties. You got position. It gives you the position. Now you can go 500. Wait a minute. Let's just put a minus in front of that, because you'll see where it goes then. Right. Let's click on that. See, come over to the right. So there is about, let's see what that is, minus 703, minus 713. So the end of the actual thing is minus 711, and Y is 304 or right thereabouts. So that's the top spot, I think, there. You can go around and it'll change, obviously, but you can change it by clicking on them. And you can change the scale here as well. So just do that, and that's it. See, it gives you the opacity. You can rotate as well. So let's rotate. Well, to 45, and you'll see what happens there. There you go. It's rotated. So if you want to do, like say a clock or something, or words going round in what's this, you need to do each piece and just change the rotation a little bit. And you can do 3D rotation X and 3D rotation Y as well. So you can do say 15. You see that, how that moved? It's looking like that. And then 3D rotation Y, let's do 15 on that one. You see that as well. So the Y rotation moved the sideways and the X rotation moved that way. So that was pretty cool. And then 3D perspective, 100%. That should go back to normal, should do. But it ain't, is it? Because it's on 100%. So never mind. Let's just do that and see what happens. Nothing. Now let's just cut that a minute and down. Let's go back off there. Let's delete all them and get to where it is straight, and then the flip, and that automatically flips that way, flip up and down. But because I've done rotation, the perspective come up. So let's do 45 rotation on there, and then it says perspective 88% perspective. So what we want to do is change down to 60. Now did you see that then? I changed the perspective a bit more. I'll go back. Just clean that back off, put it 0. So we know what the perspective is now, right? Yeah. Okay. But you can do all that with them, and it'll help you. Say if you want to get the your text and then you change it halfway through an animation, so it'll flip in and out at an angle or rotate. You can get the actual text to rotate if you want that. That's part of the properties, right? So go back down a bit more. You've got also border, so you can add a border to it. Like so, let's add the yellow border to that because it's blue. Right, so whoops, hey, just gone off it. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Excuse me. I'm just gonna pull it down. Border, and you need to put a width on. So let's say 10, and there you go. Right, so what we need to do is up the scale of the text so you can see it better. There you go. And you can change it how you want. You can change the colour. You could have orange colour on it or something, or red like that. And you can change that width if you want to be less, like 5, like that. And you can change the line cap to whether it's a like that with a little bump on, or the circular one, or just the straight end to cut it off, like any of the lines there, the border lines. And you can draw in front or behind the border. So if you draw in front, then that's in front of the main what do you call it now, the full colour of the blue. And if you put it behind, the inside is behind the red, you see, it's back. Right, so front, the border is behind, and back, the border is in front. Right, now you can scale one in a group, or you can take it apart. And then uniform radius as well. I haven't tried that, but we'll see what that is. I don't know them too because I haven't tried them, to be honest. So scale when in a group would be on, because that's like a group really. So it is scaled together. If you take that off, that probably wouldn't scale together, I suppose. No, it is still doing it. But perhaps you need to have it grouped with another text to do that. I haven't tried that, so I don't know that one. I don't know everything, but there you go. Anyway, that's a border, and you can do a lot of things with the border. You can make it as full as you want to, but you have to make sure the text is big enough for it. Then you've got a shadow as well. So you want to colour the shadow to, let's say, yellow. Oh, we could do yellow. Right, oops, I've just took it off again. Oh dear, keep doing that. Right, the shadow. Let's get the opacity up to 100. Right, so it'll be like another colour. I've done it again. Like another colour. And you can have it at a position where you want it. And then just do distance 10. Like that. Blur 10. Perhaps you wanted it to be like that, or you could knock that down to 5, and again, and you can knock the blur down to 2, I think, like that. Right, and then you go closer, bring it closer to you. There you go. Right, so you got like a bit of a shadow there. I don't like the blur myself, to be honest. I don't like the blur. You know, I prefer it to be 1 as well. That's I like that. But people like the blur, and you can change the angle like that. Pretty cool. You could do that mid animation and have it going around like that. Possibly you could do that. Yeah, that'd be interesting, like an effect. Right, so that's good for the shadow. Right, let's go on to the next one. Try anything else. Anchor points. So if you, at the moment, the anchor point's right in the middle. So you can have the anchor point at the bottom. So if you're doing like a turn, you can go around that anchor point like that. Or you could do it to the left, and then if you want to turn it, it goes on left anchor point there, right anchor point, so you turn it from the left, and so on with all of this, like, you know, that's what an anchor point is. So you could anchor it to something that you really want it to go around, and that would help you to do the rotation around that particular thing. Right, got blend modes, got all the different blend modes here, so you can change it how you want. The luminosity and that, so you can see how it's changing it as I'm going through it. Some of them won't you see it show at all because they're not with the right thing at the moment. But as you can see, you can make it change according to which one you pick on the blend modes. Right, and you got your track map there if you need to use that, and it says mask. There's no mask, so you can't use it at the minute. But if I make it a mask or something, then you could, I suppose. Tiles, I haven't used that, so I don't know what that's about. Oh, there you go, told it, and you can change that to a different margin, I assume. Let's have a look between them. There you go. So if you was doing tiles, right, that comes one. Right, I've got an idea. Let's change the space, the size, the scale, so that you can see them better. Like that. See, it's tiled them for God, how long? Got tons of them now, like that. So that's if you wanted the tiles, you can tile it. Under the tiling, you've only got the one. So if you need that for copying, you just click on the tiling to do that. So there it is. Like that. Simple as that. That's pretty useful if you want to do a load of the same thing and print it off. So that'll be good for doing your cards and things like that, for business cards and stuff, if you wanted to do that. So that's all of the things on this about the text box, apart from this, which is just showing you where it goes to. Hang on, let's just take that off first so I can show you properly. Alright, I left that on. So that takes it to the left, takes it to the middle, takes it to the right, wherever it is horizontally. If it's up here, like this, I'll show you. If it's up here and I'll click left, middle, right, them all stay in the same horizontal position. I mean vertical position, but different horizontal position. And this one will do the vertical position, not the horizontal, right? And that one puts it smack bang in the middle, right? That's them. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, there's some things I don't know about the text boxes, but I'll give you the main stuff that I know about. And there is one other thing as well. If you want to take the border off first, let's just take that off. 0. You can also use texts for masking as well and things like that. So I will show you how to do that in another video, because I'm already 23 minutes past on this particular one, so I've gone way past my time. So unfortunately I'll have to leave that till another time, and I'll show you. I'll do masks, including text masks and things together at a later date. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, although I couldn't tell you everything about everything, because there's certain things I haven't even tried. So like that, there ain't a lot I can do about that. Right, but I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial anyway, and hope it's been useful to you in some ways. And thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe to Tony's Tutorials if you have enjoyed it. Thank you.